Okay, in this video we're going to talk about wholesalers. And first and foremost, I want to talk about the difference between a true wholesaler and just another middleman. Now, a real wholesaler is going to ask you for business information along with your contact information, as well as something like an employer identification number. So you basically have to be a real business, or at least have a registered business name, to deal with a true wholesaler. Now, you'll find a lot of companies on the internet where they claim to be a wholesaler, where you can get access to their website simply by registering with your name and address. Some of them will charge you a fee, but in that situation you're not dealing with a true wholesaler. You're simply dealing with another middleman. He's increasing the cost a little bit so that he can make a profit to sell in bulk. So it doesn't mean you can't make profit from those types of companies, but you just need to realize you're not going to be able to make as much as if you were buying directly from a true wholesaler. So that being said, the other warning I want to give you right off the bat is if you look up this name, wholesalers or wholesaling, on Google or any other search engine, you are going to get a ton of people out there that are claiming to sell you so-called wholesale lists. And let me tell you now, don't even waste your money. It is completely throwing money in the trash, because 9 times out of 10, actually 99 times out of 100, those are going to be worthless lists. Many of them are outdated. They're not going to have true wholesale connections on them. So just don't even go there. So let's talk about the good and bad of wholesalers. Now, first of all, on the good side, you have control of your products. Remember, this is a situation where when you're buying from a wholesaler, you order a large quantity of products and you get a cheaper price for those items so that you can turn around and sell them individually and make your profits. So since those items are being shipped directly to you in bulk, you have control over the products themselves, when they get shipped, etc. Variety is another great upside to wholesalers. You can pretty much find, for the most part, just about any product being sold through a wholesaler. Profit potential is another definite upside, because again, you're buying products in a large quantity, so you pay less per item. That's going to mean increased profits to you. On the downside, you need to consider the space issue. Remember, since you are buying a bunch of products, you got to have somewhere to keep them, and you need to be able to sit on those products while you're piecing them out, getting them sold off one by one. So that can be a downside if you don't have a large shop. If you have to pay for monthly storage on your products, you got to realize that's going to cut into your profit margin. The other downside can be dealing with seasonal wholesale products. Because the products are seasonal, different wholesalers will try to sell them off after the season's over, but you need to realize you're going to have to sit on those products for sometimes up to 6 months before they'll sell very quickly at all. The third downside to wholesaling, dealing with wholesalers, is the high financial risk. Because you are the one that's purchasing these products in bulk, you're going to have to wrap up quite a bit of money in one order, many times thousands of dollars. So that also makes it a little less desirable for some people. Will it work for you? Well, as I mentioned, you got to have some money to be able to buy products at wholesale. If you have a good-sized pocketbook where you can afford to spend $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 on a lot of products, then this is definitely a source that you're going to want to look into. Space is another one for you to decide. If you have a nice large 2 or 3 car garage and you want to fill it up with products, hey, more power to you. And it definitely could work for you if you're comfortable doing that. So overall, I definitely consider dealing with wholesalers as a fairly good product source. As long as you have a place to put things and the money to buy from them, you can definitely count on making some decent profits with this particular source. So go ahead and check out the ones that I review on this page.